Hey boys and girls, happy Thursday. We're back at it for our today's math lesson. So let's go ahead and let's jump in and take a look at this. I'm super excited to keep working on this with you guys. So we're on day 3 and it's Thursday. I just always write the day above it just so I know which day we're on. And for today's lesson, it's kind of like the last two where we have 3 big problems and they're all different mathematical thinking strategies and skills. So we're going to jump into the first one. And as you can see, check it out. It says finding sums. Now, sums should make your brain go, woo, light bulb moment. We're talking about adding, right? And when we think about finding the sum, the answer to an addition problem, we also need to think about subtraction. Because when we find the difference of something, we can find the sum. Remember, it's a fact family. They work together. And we're going to use both of those strategies to figure out these answers for today, okay? And also, I do want to make sure you know this because a lot of you have been doing a great job at talking to someone at home about your findings. It's not about just finding the right answer. It's about the process. It's about you thinking through what to do. So if you get stuck on something, don't worry. Push through it. Do your personal best. Send me pictures. I love to see what you're thinking, and I'll always give you feedback as well. All right? So let's go ahead and let's take a look. So for this first problem, we have something 8. So the 8's in the ones place, plus 60, 10's place, with missing the ones place. So 8 plus 1, what number goes here in the ones column, equals 3. Right away, you should be going 8 plus what? Shouldn't I be getting bigger? Yes, you should, because we're adding, we're finding the sum. Remember, the total is getting larger. So it can't just be a 1 here. 8 plus 1 is 9. That won't work. 8 plus 2 is 10. That won't work. 8 plus 3 is 11. Nope. 8 plus 4, 12. Nope. 8 plus 5 is 13. Let's try that. 8 plus 5 is 13. So I'm going to plug in a 5 right here. And if it was 13, I'm going to try it this way instead. If it was 13, then that would mean that I would need to carry the 10 right here. Okay, so 8 plus 5 is 13, and I carry the 10. So now I need to think about 6 plus what equals something with a 0, but look, it goes into the hundreds. So 60 plus how many other 10s plus another 10 is going to get me something that kicks me over to the hundreds. So I know that 6 plus 4 is 10, plus 1 more is 11. Okay, I went too high. So how about 6 plus 3? Now, what is 6 plus 3? 6, 7, 8, 9, plus 1 more is 10. Hey! So that means I got to carry, it's actually 100. It's 10 10, which equals 100. So now it goes here. So my answer, I believe, is 103. So a good way we can check our work is by using subtraction. So I'm going to flip over to my whiteboard here, and I'm going to actually write down 103. I'm going to work this problem with you guys. And you have more paper than I do to work this. So I'm going to do 103 minus 65. And I am hoping I get 38. So here we go. I'm going to make it, ooh, my column, sorry. I'm doing this on my computer. All right, so 3 take away 5. Well, that would be -2. So I need to go and I need to get some 10s so I can make this larger. I don't have any 10s. So I'm going to go to the hundreds. I'm going to take 100. Now that 100 gets transformed to 10 10s. And now I can take from my 10s. Now I have 9 10s. And that means I have 13 ones. So 13 minus 5 is 8. 9 minus 6 is 3. Hey, what do you know? I got 38. So I was able to get 38. So yeah, we found the first answer together. All right, let's look at the next one. All right, now 4 plus what equals 3? Now you're thinking again, wait a minute, that would be minus. 4 minus 1. Well, we're doing plus. So 4 plus what gets you to 3? So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right, I just got a 9 here. So let's try it out. Remember, all of this sometimes is some guessing and checking and to see if that works. I thought my pencil would work. It's not working today, but it's okay. I'll type it in here. 4 plus 9 is 13, so I'll carry my 1. Now, 5 plus 4 plus something here, plus another 10. Okay, so I gotta think about, wait a minute, how did I get to a 4 here? 5 plus, oh, I go to my hundreds. So 5 tens, 50, plus 1 10 is 60, plus how much more would get me to 14 maybe? We'll try 14. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All right, let's try an 8 here. See if it lets me write an 8. Ooh, that worked. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 14 here, carry that 1, and it goes here to the hundreds. Let's try this one out. 143 minus 59. Let's try it out. So I'm going to give myself a little bit more room here to write. See if I can get rid of that. Okay, that gives me enough room now. So 143 minus 59. Okay, let's try this out. So same idea, 3 take away 9. So I need to go borrow a 10. And that way I can bring my 10 and I have 13. 13 minus 9. What'd you get here? You should keep going. 13 minus 9, you should have got 4. 9 plus 4 is 13. 3 tens minus 5 tens. That would be negative, so I got a bar. Take 100. Now it's 13 tens minus 5, and you should have got 8. So check it out. We got 84, and that matched up. So now, boys and girls, you have 2 more problems to do on your own. So this is actually super nice for you because they've given you the sum, but you are missing this number. So what can I do if I know my sum? How can I solve to find out what would the other number be? Okay, so I'm going to circle this so you can look at. So take these 2, and just like I did on my whiteboard, I subtracted to find that answer. So you give that a try now, okay? Now, for the baking cookies question right here, Daniel was making chocolate cookies. He had blank cookies in each row and blank mini rows. There were a total of 84 cookies. How many cookies were there in each row, and how many rows of cookies were there? Draw a model to support your answer. Is there more than one possible answer? You may use the digits 0 to 9 once in any of the blank boxes. The answer of 84 does not eliminate the 8 or the 4. Wow, so this problem is a lot going on, right? So it's kind of like a riddle. Again, this is like our math number tiles that we do in class. Here are all the digits we're allowed to use. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But we can only use them once. And we have to fill them in these boxes here. Now, super important here, is there more than one possible answer? So you might find several different answers to get to 84. Remember, the 8 and the 4 you can use again. That's what it's asking here. So you could use the number 8 somewhere here. So here's the key though. He had blank cookies in each row. So think about the way rows go. Rows go, remember the rows, and how many rows are there? So if I have 3 rows, how many cookies are in each row? It's like an array, right? So here's a cookie. How are you going to make your rows an array? Your cookies have to be perfectly matched up. Now I'm going to go ahead and give you a hint here to kind of get your brain started. I'm going to go ahead and set you up by giving you the number 12. So I want you to try to do, and then you can try obviously to keep going and do more. But I want you to try doing 12 cookies in each row. So put 12 cookies in each row and stop when you get to 84 cookies. And then tell me how many rows you made. Okay? That's my hint for you today. So give that a try and then see if you can come up with another way. And the last problem, you guys, definitely has a lot of good steps here. So what I've done is I've actually written out some good thinking points for you, because when we think about positive numbers, first of all, it's not negative, so we're in the positive, and also whole numbers. So we're not talking about fractions or decimals, they're whole numbers. But here's the key. These 2 positive whole numbers, they have to multiply to 1,000, so times to get equal 1,000. And, this is important, neither can have the digit 0. And then you have to find the sum of these two numbers. So they're asking you to do several little steps. So I went ahead and I gave you an algebra equation to help us start thinking. So look what the equation says. It says n times m, number and another number, equals 1,000. Now, right away, I don't know about you, but I think about hundreds because I love hundreds. 100, oops, I don't know why I put 2. 100 times 10 equals 1,000. Hey, look at the picture I showed. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000. 100 times 10, well, look why I can't stop there. They can't contain the digit 0. So this won't work. I can't have 0 in any of these equations. No, right? So that brings me back. But it's important that I thought about this because it's going to help me think about other ways to get and multiply to 1,000. So something that you have been getting in a habit of, and also in second grade you did a lot about this, is you think about things in terms of quarters or 25. We do that with our clocks, right? We think about how we can break it down. And 25, a quarter plus a quarter plus a quarter plus a quarter equals 100, right? That equals 100. That's important. And then 25 plus 25 plus 25 equals 100. Now, why am I showing you this? Well, because look what we can do here. We can keep these 25s to help us find 1,000. So if I think about this is 1,000 right here. I've already used 2 of these hundreds. I'm going to get rid of 2 hundreds because, hey, I just used 100 and I just used 100 right here. 100, 100. So 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000. Well, look what I'm going to do here. I'm going to add these hundreds to my 25. So watch. I'm going to take this 100 away, and I'm going to put it right here. Look at that. 100 plus 25 is 125. I'm going to do it again. Boom. Oop, boom. Now I did it. Okay, I'm going to do it again. I'm not. It's still going to be 1,000. Okay, I'm going to do it again. Look, 100, 200, 300, 400, plus my 25s is 100. So now I'm at 500. I'm getting there. Let me keep going. So look, I'm going to take this 100 and I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to take this 100. I'm going to put it right here. This 100. Right here. And wait, one more 100. And I'm not going to get rid of it. I'm just going to put it with my quarters, with my 25. So now I don't have 100 anymore. That was my 25. I have 100, 200, 300, 400, plus my 100 here. That's 500. And what is 500 plus 500? 1,000. 500 plus 500 is 1,000. So we just did the number 125. How many times did we write that number down? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We wrote that down 8 times. So 125 times 8 equals 1,000. But wait, what is the sum? Woo, this is a big one today. What is the sum of these two numbers? So what you have to do on your own is I want you to add up 125 and 8. So 125 plus 8. Work that right here and send me your answer. You guys, this was an awesome lesson today. I know there was a ton of thinking, but I wanted to get you set up so that you could be successful on your own. If you have any questions, let me know. Again, do your personal best, you guys. I know you got this. I wish we could be together. I miss you guys like crazy, but I shall see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.